The people who you came from, who are your worst enemies, I'm going to keep it real with you guys real quick. They want you to feel like nobody else would support you. They want you to feel like you don't have friendships with other people, that you could never find somebody that would care about your perspective, that would love you just for who you are. And I'm going to tell you something that is incredibly important. So many people are trying to get it out the mud and get it out the mud by themselves, single-handedly creating generational wealth, single-handedly creating financial freedom, single-handedly trying to raise themselves out of poverty. And what they need to be focusing on, as opposed to making money, other than covering your basic needs and expenses, what you need to be focusing on is finding a community. Because when you come from a lack of community, and I'm not talking about those people who come from a lack of wealth, but have a wealth of people around them. You all are so blessed. But as someone who came from a lack of community, I didn't know community existed. I didn't know that people would be there for you if you were about to lose your housing. I didn't know that people would be there for you whether or not you had a little argument the day before, that they weren't going to kick you out the house. I didn't know that people would actually give you food from their kitchen table if you didn't have any. I didn't know that people would be willing to let you live in their house. I didn't know that people would be willing to do all of these things for you just because they like you and they value your presence. You didn't have to do anything special for them. You didn't have to be perfect for them in their presence. Okay, you didn't have to prove to them that at the end of the day, you put their emotions higher than yours simply because they exist and because they have power over resources. So something that those people want you to think is that they're all that's out there. And I want you guys to understand that when you see people flourishing, they weren't able to do it wholly by themselves. Okay, they had people around them. This isn't always just about money. So we need to start looking at community and friendships the same way we look at resources and finances. So instead of just simply searching for money, be open to community, because community can get you more money. And I'm not even talking about somebody giving you money, but I'm talking about the peace of mind and the stabilization of your nervous system and the sense of calm that you have when you know that you can turn left and right and somebody who cares about you is on either side, as opposed to you being surrounded by people and you feel alone because they're trying to make you feel alone. And I'm specifically trying to talk to people who are born into situations where the people that were supposed to take care of them failed at their job, did a horrible job, and deserve nothing of your presence. Because when you're in a situation like that, that's what's modeled to you. And that's what you think every single relationship is going to look like, subconsciously or consciously, because those things are baked into our psyche, especially if we've experienced it from childhood. If there's anything I want you to take away, it is money is not the only resource. Search for community first, and money will follow.